Great to have your company on the opening day of competition here at the Bonsoy Gold Coast Pro, presented by GWM. What a heat we have for you here. Yago Dora in fine touch in 2025 at the top end of the ratings. And the Brazilian looking to hold off the attack, the push from J.Bunch from Hawaii, surfing in his rookie campaign, along with Edgard Groggia of Brazil. And we'll get the bugs in a moment because we got live action about to unfold here, and it's J.Bunch, who had some great performances at the last event at Burleigh. Didn't get the big result, but really tapped into the kind of form that saw him crack the code and get himself onto this championship tour. Love his surfing, super fast, very stylish.
The top 16.
Yeah, amazing that he's been able to maintain his position there. As we see the Bonsoy replay here of Jackson. Was talking about this guy, Bugs. You know, really impressive.
I was just trying to think of some of the legends who came. We've got a bit of action here, Ronnie.
Yeah, we sure do. Yago Dora mentioned his touch through the opening stages of this season, even the back half of last year. It's been very strong. Final five strong. Sitting in fourth place at the moment. This is a positive start to the heat for Yago. Driving up into the lip a number of times. Bells, I think it came in the elimination round actually, but such a talent.
Yeah, Jackson's he's right on the cusp now, and he's surfing great. And here we see Yago. It's a battle of the goofy footers so far. And Yago Dora, number 4 in the world, and looking super sharp at Burleigh as he goes through his backhand rotation. And
then we're seeing Yago up on the Bonsoy replay as well here.
Yeah, the goofies are absolutely dominating. I like the point that Kaipo made.
Oh,
what a great rotation.
It's a necessity to be great on the back end. Everyone's going right in this entire Aussie treble. It's all about the rights.
That's right. Well, here we go. J.Bunch ditches the fins on the first turn, up into the pocket. The whip back down into the trough is just lightning fast. And it really captures your attention, and no doubt the attention of the judges too, Bugs. He had a 5.17 on his first ride. That first turn had a bit more in it.
This one, Jackson. And now we see Edgard.
Edgard with a nice swoop off the top. He'll use the rails on his opening ride here. Has some great airs he can call on. He's going to go to the sky.
The Challenger Series mostly. He's had a pretty tough go in the championship tour so far.
Yeah, he has. Hasn't really got that big keeper result as we go to that Bonsoy replay, Bugs. On these long-running rides, a couple of ways you can make the criteria work in your favour. Edgard in the opening stages there, choosing rail.
Yeah, and like this is a dangerous finish. Wow, he came so close. Gosh, I mean, you know, when I first came up here to Burleigh in 1972, I had to go past Burleigh to get to the school at Miami High School.
Wow. Well, we're going to be talking a lot about the greats here at Burleigh and the potential of this wave. It really is one of the best on the east coast of Oz. As we see Edgard there, just trying to force it a bit. J.Bunch, he's going hard too. Loses his footing. He's trying to improve on a 5.17, and left out the back is Yago. And at this point, with a strong lead and his rivals falling, he's happy to have a shot at this one too. Not too concerned about maintaining control on the outside.
Every day for what it is, not kind of looking too far ahead. And yeah, we're in Australia, a beautiful country, and yeah, there's not much more we could ask for.
Unreal, mate. Love watching you surf these points. Let's keep it rolling.
Thanks, bro.
Jordy Smith powering on through past that elimination round, which is the big goal for all the competitors here. And Edgard Groggia trying to avoid the elimination round. He's after a 6.61. Here he goes now. Beautiful little wall standing up. Clean hit in the pocket. Edgard, the rookie, he's on a good one here. Wants to finish it off nicely. Get himself back in the mix with 8.5 minutes to go. Good variation. Nice little kick on the tail there. Bit of foam. And just extracting every little point on offer. But I love the opening couple of approaches to the bowl, Bugs. Collectively down there at Bells Beach, they're looking sharp at the moment, but this is really going to help the rookies' chances.
As you said, those first 2 opening turns, the first 3 turns, super crisp. Just surfing it to perfection. And And, just kind of winds it down.
And even in a winning performance, here's a great angle. I love this. Looking across those famous Burleigh rocks out to that sandbar as Edgard just really goes to town on this one. On the outside, looks like we've got some movement here. Edgard taking off again. Smaller wave. Blast through the first section, but that one just a little cupped out and hard to get the combinations happening. Also going to find those smaller ones on the inside bank are going to be super cupped out, making it hard to find the transition to land.
Well, here he goes, as you say, Ronnie, a smaller wave, and it's a wide one.
Great punch out of the pocket. Loads up down the line, does get great loft. And there is that hard, impactful landing that we were talking about, but he does hang on. He gets the completion. Edgard on the replay, smaller wave, but look at the punch in the pocket there.
Yeah, he really threw a big bucket there, and this, I thought he was all gone here. I did not see him making this, Ronnie. And he's had the battle with that whitewater, but that's a complete.
Well, we call this, patting the kittens as he's riding out of the whitewater, and that does detract from the air in some ways, because you've got a bit of recovery time there that you've got to consider. I love the flare. Lets the judges know he's in control and really puts a big flex on to let the audience, to let the panel know that he's happy with that ride.
Deliberation on how he pulled that off.
You've got to go back and make some comparisons to the 5.93 we saw from Yago Dora. They greased the landing, great rotation. And I think that's going to be a factor in deciding the outcome of the heat for Edgard. So Edgard's on his way to the elimination round. J.Bunch holding on to second position just. And Yago Dora looking every bit a top 5 competitor at the moment, getting a solid win.